Hey girly, you ready to be a mama? I ended the last vlog where I had discovered Miss Mabel was missing her ligaments, and I wasn't sure if she would go into active labor this evening or in the morning, but usually when the ligaments are no longer able to be felt, you've got 24 hours before you'll have baby goats. And I just came back out here. It's evening and it's cooling off, starting to get dark, and she is definitely in the early stages of labor. She's got discharge, she's squatting a lot, and peeing and pooping a lot. So I've got some shavings out here I'm about to spread out to give a clean place for her to have this kid. Kind of in a pinch on this. Normally I would put straw down out here, but I unintentionally used my last bale of straw mulching my potatoes today. So I borrowed this compressed bale of shavings from next door. We use these for our baby chicks, and we have several of them because of that. So this is what I'm putting down, so I have a clean place for these babies to be born. She's got fresh water. I've got this layer of bedding down now, and now we just wait and get patient. Goats are prey animals, so they do not have the luxury of long labors in nature, because I mean, prey animals can't stay put in a vulnerable position for a very long time, because obviously they can get killed that way. If you have a goat that is taking a really long time in active labor, it's usually because there's something wrong. However, early labor can last a good long while. I noticed she did have some discharge, but not an excessive amount, so she could still take a few hours. I'm hoping this baby comes early enough for me to be able to capture it with the light. Hey Katie, are you being a doula goat? Are you here for emotional support? I mentioned this in my last video, but Mabel was dam raised. She was born here on my farm the first year that I had goats that kidded. She's 3 years old. She's actually really small. She's just a small Nubian, and because of that reason, she's never been bred before. I just always wanted to wait to make sure she was fully mature and make sure that she was just small by nature. She is bred because a little buck that we had did not respect fences, so she was not an intentional breeding. The buck that she was bred to was not related to her, and he was also a smaller buck, a smaller Nubian La Mancha mix. We shouldn't have any problems with the size of the kid. That's a really good thing. Mabel is one that I have considered using in the future to breed with Nigerian dwarfs to work towards some mini Nubians. She just looked at me like, say what? I'll give you a break, girlfriend. I won't breed you right away. You just have this baby and take care of it for now. Her mom, though, was a goat that I had that I really, really loved. Her name was Pesky, and I have a video of Pesky giving birth, which I'll link if you just enjoy goat birth, so you'll be able to watch that one too. Pesky's one that I sold whenever we downsized our herd significantly, because we'd gotten up to something like 20 something goats, and it was way more than we needed. And Pesky was a fierce mother. She was a great mother. She did pretty well at giving birth, but she was really bad about not letting her milk down. And so you would milk her and get just next to nothing, and it was just like that for 2 years in a row. And I ended up, because of that, selling her, and I actually regret it regularly. She was one of my favorite goats, and even though it was the thing that made the most sense in a farm logic way, in an emotional animal lover logic, I really miss Pesky. She's at a farm that's about 10 minutes from here, and I drive by there regularly and see her. And Mabel looks so much like her in the face, and I'm really hoping that Mabel warms up to me through the process of kidding and being milked. She was a dam raised doeling, which means that her mother raised her. We were brand new to kidding, and we really just didn't know how important it is to handle kids when they're small, when they're dam raised, or else you end up with these little wildlings, and that's what she is. She's not been handled a lot. I have had other goats though that were like that, but through the process of learning to be milked and even just kidding, they really warmed up to me, and we developed a really good bond. So I'm really hoping for that with Mabel, because she is a beautiful girl. What'd you say, Ben?
They're her babies.
Is she about to lay her babies?
Yeah. Wait, does she have, how do you know she's wet?
How do I know she's about to have babies?
Yeah. Wet tail.
Wet tail?
Yeah, her butt's wet. Is that why?
That is why. She's got discharge and her udder got really big. And I've been watching her. She's been squatting and stuff, which just means she's having some contractions.
So is she getting ready to have a baby?
Yeah, soon. It'll probably take a little while. Y'all can go play.
No, I want to wait here.
You gotta stay real quiet, okay? I kind of had a feeling this might happen. She held out. She's definitely contracting. I can't imagine that she won't have these kids tonight with the amount of discharge that she's having, but she can have them right now. Sweep my Rick Delight out here so we can actually see what's going on. But I think I'm about to go inside for just a little bit, and maybe me not being here will help her relax. I'll come back out in about 10 minutes and see if she's moving along at all. I just got back out here with a jacket because it's getting kind of chilly, some clean towels, and some coffee, which I don't usually drink this late at night, but it is my bedtime. I'm tired. This morning started early, and this goat may take a little while longer. You have those babies? It's 4 in the morning. I just came out here to check on Mabel. We still don't have babies yet. I stayed out here till about 11 last night, and things started to peter out a little bit, so I decided to go inside and get some sleep and let her do the same. Maya came out and began checking on her at that point, and we've taken turns. He checked on her every little bit, every 30 minutes or so, until about 2, and then I've been checking on her since then. I just set an alarm. If this was a more experienced doe, I would not have gone through the trouble. If she's so small and she's new, she's not gone through this before, so I just wanted to make sure. She probably won't have them until morning, but I'm going to set an alarm and come back out here in probably about 45 minutes or an hour. This early labor taking this long, it's not terribly unusual. I've had this happen a couple times before where I had a goat in early labor. Usually it goes very quickly. Usually once you see their udder has ballooned up and their ligaments are gone, usually you're looking at babies pretty quick. Now, if she had a lot of discharge, or if she had already started to push, that would be very alarming. Once you're in active labor, things can't take this long. If it takes this long, then you know something is very wrong. But because she's still in early labor, it's obvious that she's uncomfortable. There's only a little bit of discharge. She's not pushing like every 3 or 4 minutes. It's, her contractions are fairly spread out and irregular. Her body's just getting ready, so that just means a sleepless night sometimes. Are we gonna have naps today, Mabel? She's like, I don't care what you do. I can't help but feel a little bit like a nurse in a hospital where you have to come in and check on the mom in labor through the night and wake her up if she's sleeping and deal with her surly attitude. I'm gonna turn the light back off and let her get some sleep and go back to bed for a little while. Came out here about an hour ago. Things looked exactly the same. Well done, Maple. On the bright side, that is a beautiful goat kid. She's done a very good job, clearly taking care of it. That baby is big and healthy. But oh my gosh, I cannot believe I missed another birth on this farm. But I slept like 3 hours last night. What the heck? I'm gonna go get some warm molasses water for her and some food for her to eat because I want to get her energy up. Just got her something to eat because she was laying down. I wanted to see her stand up. I want to see this little guy eat because he may have, but since I wasn't out here, I don't know. Good and warm? Are you good and warm? Are you good and warm, handsome man? God, that's a big kid. Come over here. Check out Mama. Check out Mama. She's being a good mama. When they clean them off, you usually know you don't have anything to worry about as far as them feeding their babies. Also, when they only have one, they're not going to have divided attention or be overwhelmed. And when they're like whispering sweet nothings to them, you're golden. She's not going to reject him. She loves him. He's figuring it out. He found the other udder once and then he lost it. Oh, we're gonna find it again. The other right after birth things that we do for goats is we dip the baby's cord stump in iodine just to avoid any sort of possibility of infection. And we give selenium to the baby and the mom. And you always double check the dosage on that because you can overdo it, but it just helps strengthen them. And we live in a selenium deficient area, and so that's a part of our goat keeping. And then within 24 hours of kidding, we deworm our mama goats, which, oh, he's finding the teat. He finally found it. Just saw him eat. Kids getting colostrum is really, really important. It increases their likelihood of success quite a lot. If you ever buy a bottle baby, ask if they got colostrum because it makes a really big difference in the health of the kid. And so even when I miss a birth and I come out after the kid's already on the ground, I like to really make sure that they're eating, especially with a first time mom, because if they're too freaked out to let them eat, like I've had goats before that wouldn't stop cleaning them long enough to let them eat, and we've had to hold her and let the kid latch on. And usually once you get over the hurdle of that first couple of times, you know it's going to be okay. And he's going to town. He's going to be fine. I am honestly really devastated that this kid is a boy though, because he's so beautiful. What do you think we should name him, Toby?
Is Jeff a good name?
Jeff. We already had a goat named Jeff.
What about Bob?
Bob. We've already had a goat named Bob.
Oh.
Plus, didn't you name a chicken Bob?
Oh yeah. Quit nibbling on my pants. Wait a second. What's the name? I'm trying to think. Fred.
Fred?
Yes, Fred.
Okay, we can call him Fred.
Yes. Yeah. What is that doing on the mama?
That's her afterbirth. We always let the kids name the extra boy goats that we don't keep for very long. And man, we've had some names over the years. We've had lots of names after cartoon characters. We've had Mario and Luigi.
What?
We've had one year when Benjamin was like, I don't know, less than 2. He was younger than 2. And
He's 1?
no, he was probably around 2. Because it's whenever he was not having his passy anymore. And we had a little goat that he named My Passy. That's what we called it, My Passy. And so that's what we called that goat until he went to his new home. Of course, he got a new name there, but I'll always remember My Passy. What do you think of that baby? It's pretty cute, huh?
Oh yeah, well, what do these ones look older?
Why do these look so much smaller than him?
Yeah.
This is a different breed. These are called Nigerian dwarf goats, and they're small. And that little baby goat is a big breed of goat. So he's a big guy. He's bigger than them, even though he's just born, huh? It is the end of little baby Fred's first day alive. And we're pretty smitten, even if I did miss him being born. You did a good job, Mabel.
Well, you pooped on me. Guess we gotta keep him now.
So Maya is really loving this baby goat and is saying that he's considering keeping him as a wether.
I want to keep Fred.
He is beautiful. He's so big.
He's big. He's pretty. Look how cute he is. Fred, do you want to stay here? Huh? You want to stay here and be a big old buck?
He's doing really well. He's super healthy. He's so pretty. And Mabel's...
See how much she's warmed up to us?
Oh yeah, she let me pet on her quite a lot. Last night I came out in the night and was rubbing on her. Yeah.
I think Jeff wants to stay.
His name's not Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Toby had suggested, I was like, we had a goat named Jeff. We can't have another Jeff.
You're right, we can't. Fred.
I think you want Fred to stay.
I do want Fred to stay.
You've never done that with a boy goat, I don't think.
Yeah, we haven't had a boy goat come out that pretty.
Well, we had that one that we got rid of and regretted.
That's true. You know, the farm we got our goats from had that really big
Weather. Stinky.
Named Stinky. I want a stinky goat.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if we weather him, he can actually stay in with the does. Or he can be a companion goat to any bucks that we have. We'll see. I think we'll let him hang around for now. Because of that being our plan, he's going to get handled a lot. Y'all ready to have lots of baby goat footage? Hey, little guy. Look at his little freckle above his eye.
It's the size of the Nigerians who are like 3 times as old as him.
I know. He's a big baby.
How did that fit inside of you? Look, I mean, like,
I know.
how was this inside of you?
I knew she was a wide load, but golly. And here I was so worried she might have complications because of how little she is.
And I also thought she had multiple, is what I was thinking.
Nope, just one big massive buckling. Named Fred. He looks like he's smiling. Oh my goodness.
He's like, I like my name.
Why is he so cute? Mabel's a really good mom. Pesky was a good mom. Now let's see how she does on the milk stand. We'll save that for another day. I'm exhausted. Thank you guys for going through this process with me. I'm really disappointed I didn't get to show you a birth video, but one of these days I'll see a birth again on my farm. Just not today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I bless you. Until next time.